Hey guys, welcome to Dylan's Little Hobbies, and today I'm going to update you guys on my 20-gallon fish tank, and we're also going to take a look at the betta fish tank just to show you guys how he's doing. Okay, are you guys ready? Let's go. First off, I thought we'd just look at my giant catfish. This is Tigger, and he's just such a bug. He's just a fat, lazy cat sitting in my... Okay, full disclosure, I don't know what the heck is going on with my bananas. I am trying to figure that out myself. But what I think is happening is I like to feed this guy pellets, and sometimes he doesn't eat all the pellets, and it makes this weird foam stuff. That I've cleaned this aquarium out of it before, and I'm going to have to do it again. It's just this weird little foam stuff that happens, and yeah, it's no real harm. I just gotta get out of the tank and clean it up. So I will definitely be cleaning that off of the banana lily. But as for the fish, you can see that he is perfectly fine, and the leaves are great. The lily pads. It's just the bananas themselves that look really weird, but everything else is quite clean. I don't know why the bananas have been attracting that weird white foam stuff. We are now looking at the 20-gallon tank as it sits right now. Okay? Now, I have big plans for this aquarium, but for right now, let me go over what's happening right now. First off, I only did this nice little aquascape I got here just to make it look nice, but this isn't going to be the final design of it. And second off, my background, it's this really nice sticky background. It used to be sticky on the back, but not so much anymore. And it's partly see-through. It's usually you put on like showers and stuff like that for privacy, and it's just really, really nice. It has somewhat of a glimmer effect if I put it next to the light. Don't know if you can see that or not. But it has completely fallen off, so I need to reattach it. So that sucks. Other than that, I also have a bunch of algae growing in this tank. And the reason why I have algae growing in this tank is where there's a few reasons. First off, I don't mind algae on the back of the aquarium at all. I actually think it looks a little natural, as long as it's not growing on any of my plants, which it's not. But I hate it when it gets on the front of the glass, and it just looks terrible. I need to clean it again. And the reason why I have algae in this aquarium is because I took plants out of this tank. Less nutrients being absorbed by plants, leaving more nutrients to be given to algae, which is terrible. And the biggest reason why that happens is my light. I actually have a very nice, a small highlighted light, if that makes sense. And it was keeping my plants nice and green. But now that my plants are out of this aquarium, the numbers, levels are off. Not to mention, I leave my window open every now and again. And when the window is open, it leaves a lot of light into the room. Not enough to affect the aquarium enough to get a large algae bloom, but it does me. It doesn't. It just adds more to it. It's terrible. It looks terrible. Not on the back of the aquarium, but definitely on the front. I don't like it on the front at all. Now, you may notice that I have the exact same 3 fish that I've had originally. You may ask, after like 6 months of having this tank, why have I not gotten any more fish? Especially a koi cat, because koi cats should not be in an aquarium without another koi cat. Even though my koi cat is absolutely 100% healthy and absolutely fine, I probably should get him another little friend to hang out with. if you don't know, I originally got 5 fish from PetSmart. And I know PetSmart's not the best place to get fish. It's all I have here, but luckily that might change. I'm actually planning to go to an actual fish store that's about 2 hours away from me, but I'm planning to go there and look at what they have. But when I first got this tank, I only had PetSmart, which is 15 minutes away from me, so that's why I went to PetSmart. And I got a koi cat, and I got 2 koi cats and 3 Danios. One of the koi cats was sick, and it died within the first 48 hours. Not the first 24, so it was a cheap cheap little fish, so I didn't think I needed to go and get my discount for a new fish or anything like that. And another Daniel died about 2 weeks later, which was just terrible. But these guys have just been they're absolutely healthy and they're absolutely fine. But the reason why I haven't got any more fish is, well, there's 3 reasons. Reason number 1 is, of course, it's terrible. It's such a bad excuse, but it's an excuse nonetheless. Money. I'm not rich, and I don't want to spend $1 million on one little 20-gallon tank, so I'm definitely not going to spend my money on that little problem. So yeah, money is definitely a problem that we all face, and we don't want to face. So reason number 1 has to be money. Now, reason number 2 is probably the most important part. Reason number 2 is I really wanted to master the basics of an aquarium. Now, what I mean by that is this is a planted tank. This isn't a basic tank, but even with the basic tank, if you don't master the basics, you're not going to have any success with your fish. And just because you know the basics doesn't mean you master them. You have mastered them. And I really want to master the basics. Now, the basics with fish keeping are, well, everybody should know this. You have to keep your levels right. Your levels in the aquarium, that's probably the most important part. You have to keep all the numbers correct, and you have to keep it consistent. Just take a look at my tank again. For example, I took those plants out of the aquarium, meaning that there's more nutrients in the water and less nutrients being absorbed by plants, which equals to more algae. So you gotta get all the basics right. I have not missed a water change since I set up this aquarium, which is just fantastic. So you gotta really make sure you do that. If you do more than 1 water change a week, bravo, you're fantastic. You're better than me at it. I don't. Remember, you only should be doing 20 to 75% of the water change. You should never be taking out all of the water, because that's just bad for the fish. And yeah, it's just the basics. You really gotta master all of the basics in a home aquarium. Not just with a planted tank. With a planted tank, it's more important, but with all fish. Keep consistent water. Consistent water changes. Your level shouldn't be one number and then totally something different the next day. It all should be consistent. It's basics, guys, but you really have to master it. And it's different for everybody else because everybody has different water conditions. So you really just gotta know what you got to do it. And reason number 3 why I didn't get any more fish is because, well, I have big plans for this aquarium. Wait till you guys hear this. It's not going to happen anytime soon, unfortunately. I'm saving up my money and gathering up a few things to make it happen. But first off, I want to do more advanced plants. I don't want to just get more fish. I also want to get a couple more Danios and some Tetras in here. I've always wanted to get some Tetras in here. But I do want to put in more advanced plants in this aquarium. I'm thinking of maybe Laguea, maybe a carping plants, like, I don't know, Rotala, what is it called? Repens, something, sterile repens, whatever it's called. I'm thinking plants like that. A couple little bit more advanced plants just to, you know, have fun with it and see what I could really do. Of course, when I do that, I'm going to be needing more line on this tank because while I have really great line on this aquarium right now, it's not full light on this aquarium. I have a lot of dark spots in this aquarium as it sits right now, and if I did that, if I did get more advanced plants, I would have to get a light that will shine all over the aquarium. So I'm going to be needing to get more light on this aquarium. Plus, if I get more advanced plants, I need to get whatever I need to take care of those plants. So I need a planted tank substrate. So I'm definitely going to have to remove the sand in this aquarium to do that. Not only that, with more light and more nutrients, the Anubises and the Java ferns here, they can't stay in this aquarium once that happens. So it's okay, when it comes to the Java fern that I have in this tank, I'm just going to take that out and stick it in the 3-gallon. It'll be just fine. The 3-gallon is still quite beautiful. Except for that banana lily, I gotta fix that. But, and then after that, I don't have anywhere to put the Anubis or the wood. I want to take this wood out. I want to get a little bit more dragonstone in there. It's gonna look beautiful. But that leaves me with the Anubis and the wood. And the sand, what am I going to do with that? Plus the light. So what I'm also thinking about doing is I have this terrible, ugly spot underneath the aquarium. And what I'm thinking about doing, this is a double tank stand, and I'm thinking about getting another tank underneath here. Either a 29, actually I'm thinking I might go with a 37-gallon. 37-gallon is the exact same, same length and width of the aquarium, except it's a lot taller. A 29-gallon is taller too, except it's shorter than 37-gallon. If I got a 37-gallon, it would bring it up to right here. You know what I mean? So, right here. So that would be a pretty nice and tall tank, and that would cover a lot of the aquarium, which I think would be really nice. Now what I would keep in that 37-gallon aquarium, I'm not even going to talk about right now, but you guys can write down in the comments below, what do you think about, what would the next fish that I would be keeping in this aquarium? So yeah, that does mean that I have a lot of big plans to get more fish, and a lot of big plans to change this tank, get new tanks, and all of this and that. And it's just, I'm just having a whole lot of fun. So, yeah, as of now though, that's the update that I can give you guys on. Make sure you master the basics, please. You're gonna waste a lot more money than you need to if you don't master the basics of your aquarium, like I am doing. And that's about it. So I'm sorry guys, but I'm out. Bye. See you guys later. I'm out. Bye.